Hi there, welcome to Bear Talk channel. I'm Bear, a product designer and podcaster who lives and works in Auckland, New Zealand. I used to doodle a lot when I was a kid, and I stopped doing that since a long time. But since last year, I picked it up and start to sketch and draw, and feels is really enjoyable, and I really love to do that. So I already finished two sketchbooks and already work on the third one as a hobby. So this is the second sketchbook that I finished. So in this video, I'm going to share 12 highlights from my sketchbook and tell you a bit of my personal tips and how we can get started on doing this fun hobby. Right, so let's jump into it. Right, so let's get started from the first one, which is the one of my favorite sketch note live on an exhibition. So this is Vincent van Gogh exhibition in Auckland, April 24, and I went to the exhibition with my family. Also, I found, because this the artworks from Van Gogh and his life is so amazing and inspiring, so that just make me feel I want to draw something. I want to capture those moments, and also I want to capture the exhibition, what I feel about the stage. So I feel the setting of this exhibition, which is awesome, that I just captured some major artwork from his work, and also some quotes from Van Gogh. So it's from Vincent. Yeah, that's what I do, and I feel quite good because it takes just like 20 minutes, but and because I went there with my daughter, and you know how hard it is to draw while you have a kid besides you, right? So I'm quite happy about the result, and it also can make me realize the possibilities that I can do more in other similar exhibition. And move on to next. This is actually quite simple. It's just a sketch at Matakana, which is a small town not far away from Auckland, and we went there for just a weekend, or summer, not just a Sunday weekend. So what I want to highlight this one is just to when I draw on the spot and some at this restaurant, at this playground, and someone is sitting behind me, and they just watched me to draw, and then after I nearly finish, they just pat me on the back and say, "Oh, I saw your drawing all the time, and that's amazing." And then we start a really good conversation, and it makes me feel very comfortable, or very very happy that drawing could be a prompt that can help you start a conversation with other people, build a connection. And as a not native speaker, I used to quite nervous to talk to someone. So yeah, that's a really good experience. And this is the one is quite simple, but only with a few icons, or actually cartoon design, and you might realize that I'm designing the cartoon for myself. So this is what I designed for the first cartoon I was planning to do this year, and luckily I picked up the right one, this one, and get it done by Braden, an talent cartoonist, and then get it done on my left ankle. Yeah, very proud about this exercise. Let's move on to next. So this one is also a sketch on spots. So when I drove my daughter somewhere, I think it's just to the mall, and when she played so, full time, like 100% playing for a few hours, she was exhausted, and when we drove her back to home, she just fall asleep. And I usually feel, oh, it's so boring to wait my daughter wake up, but now I found it's actually a good time to capture her at this moment. So I just do this sketching, and she take around like 20 minutes or even half an hour to sleep. So I just have enough time to draw that, and it feels that okay, she can sleep longer, the longer the better actually. So yeah, how I turned those gray time into productive time. And this is another one. Actually, it's quite simple, but I like this concept. It's just about the curiosity, and how I can use simple line to describe some feeling and make the people watching it have some attachment. So this is something I'm trying to do. It's more like how to create some art, right? So yeah, keep going. Speaking of art, this is another practice that I did in the art gallery. And I went to the art gallery all by myself on a weekend. So my wife is taking care of my daughter, so that I have the privilege to go to art gallery and just for fun, and to see some exhibition, and also do some sketching and doodling. I'm quite enjoying that. So this is something I think, yeah, every designer or artist who should have a me time, and for yourself to charge or to create, to think. Even just 1 hour for a week would be good. Another one from my previous job, when I left my job from Vodafone, as I was a senior UX designer at Vodafone, and when I left Vodafone New Zealand, I drew this one as my sketch note, as my takeaway, what I've learned from Vodafone, and share it later. So what I've learned is that it's really good to make it visual, and also it will be better if you share it publicly, especially when your colleagues and the people who worked can feel, oh, this is something, you can make it visual, and they can see the effort you're putting, and also yeah, I think it's really good to share with other people, especially the people you work with. What I've learned at Vodafone. Right, so another one, just another sketch notes on the spot. So this is in the museum, and I used to be a big fan of Indiana Jones movie, and the third movie, like his dad put a moleskin notebook, and with notes, journal, and some sketches, and make me feel, wow, this is so good, and I want to do something like that. And yeah, sketchnoting at a museum would be the best way to do that, right? So this is something I did also with my daughter. Yeah, this one I actually made a video about this book, The Art of Visual Note Taking by Emily Mills, which is an awesome book if you want to learn how to be a visual thinker. So this is the sketch notes that I did after reading this book. And if you want to know more details, just check that video on the top, on the top corner. Right, so another one, I used to spend time with my daughter sometimes could be quite demanding. You should be 100% there and with her. But now I find it's okay that she can play by herself, and then I can just be there and as a company, as a companion, and then I can do some drawing. And what makes me feel really good is that after a while she got used to it and she loved doodling by herself as well. And we used to draw together, and now we often draw together. So that feels really good. You know, that's what I call quality family time. All right, and here comes I think this is the last slides that I got. Is what I've learned from my second sketchbook, and this is something I did with a marker. So just to show some thoughts or something I've learned in a bold way, and I quite like this format. Right, so 12 highlights of my second sketchbook. I don't know if that's relevant, but I really enjoy doing this, and highly recommend any creative people, designers, writers, or just any types of the job you're doing. It will be always good to start to do some drawing and to become a visual thinker. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. And I also had another video around for the flip through of all the sketches that I did for this one. So if you're interested, just click that button. Right, so thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in another one. Bye.